Okay, all the gurus might hate me for this, but this is how you properly take sales calls when you are a beginner. Now listen, you don't need case studies, you don't need testimonials, you don't even need experience, you don't even need a track record. Okay, I've taught this to over 100 plus people that have gone on to sign their first client using this exact same framework that I'm going to share with you today. So listen, no more awkward questions, no more awkward pauses, no more objection handling. None of this stuff is required anymore, because I'm going to teach you guys the exact framework that will make closing easier than talking to your best friend. Stick around to the end, because there's a secret little 5-step framework that you can use to implement right away to close your next sales call. This is the thing that no guru will tell you. And it's not because they don't want you to succeed, but it's because the content they make isn't catered towards a 13-year-old kid who just started SMMA. For all you beginners out there, this is how you should take a sales call, okay, as a beginner, as a newbie. The first thing you want to do is you want to hop on the call, make them laugh. I don't care what you do, make them laugh, because guess what? Every other sales call, and I hate the term sales call because it shouldn't be called sales call. It should be called, I like to call my sales calls, if you even book in my calendar, it's called quick chat is what I call it. Okay? I like to call it quick chat. Or you can call it coffee with a friend. I don't care, but I hate the term sales calls for beginners. Okay? Because it shouldn't be a sales call. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing. Okay? Is go in and make them laugh. I don't care if you tell them a joke, yada, 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 but here's the thing. Every single person that has ever gone on a sales call with them has said this. Hey, name, how you doing today? Oh, good, yeah, I'm good. Where are you from? Oh, how's the weather over there? Oh, yeah. Awkward silence. Okay, so do you mind if we get right in? Big no-no if you do that. Okay, huge no-no. What do you want to do? Jump on the call, do something funny. I start my sales calls by having my music blasting and dancing in the back of my room. Why? Because it's weird. And so it lowers all the sales resistance. They're like, what the fuck? This guy's weird. Alex Hormozi is famous for doing cartwheels when people enter the gym. Okay? Who does that? It's so random. But it gets people to lower their guard. Okay? Because now they feel less pressure. They're not like, oh, finally, not another one of these sales calls. It lowers all the pressure, and it lowers it off you, and it lowers it off them. Okay? So, do something funny. Make a joke. Dance around. I don't care. Do something that people don't do. You know what I mean? I don't care if you make yourself seem stupid or whatever the case is. Do something funny. Make them laugh. If you can get your prospect to laugh within the first 10 seconds of any call, you will see so much more success in the end of the call. Okay? Dance. Yes, I did dance. I even have a video that I could pull up. Too lazy to do it right now, but I do have a video of me doing it. Okay? So, that's the first thing. Let's make them laugh. Now, the framework for the actual sales call. Like, what is the framework for a sales call as a beginner? Now, this goes against what every single guru says. Okay? You all watch all the gurus on YouTube that tell you you gotta poke at their problems and figure out their issue and blah, 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 blah. Do not do that. I'm going to tell you, do not do that as a beginner. Listen, those things work great when you're further along in your journey. Okay? And when you have case studies, and when you have testimonials, and when you have social proof, and when you have the track record, and when you have the authority, that's the big one. When you have the authority. When you are the authority figure in the call, it is okay to ask these provoking questions. Okay? But guess what? As a beginner, I guarantee you, 99% of you guys don't even know why you'd ask those questions. You'd ask those questions, and regardless of their answer, you'd still pitch them the same thing. And if we don't know why we're asking our prospect a certain question, why should we ask it? It's just a waste of a question. Okay? So here's the framework. Here it is. Here's the sauce for you all. You want to go in there, and you want to become their best friend. Seriously, you become their best friend. And you guys might be asking, how do you become your best friend? Well, we'll use the celebrity analogy. Okay? Or maybe not. You know what? Imagine if you are going to go on a first date with a girl. How are you going to get to know her? You're going to ask her questions. But ask her questions about what? About her. About her life. About who she is, what she likes to do. Okay? And what's she going to do? She's going to ask you the same questions. And you're going to share about who you are. And guess what? You're going to share all the good things about you because you want her to like you. And you're selling yourself to her is essentially what you're doing. Like, you're selling who you are as a person so she dates you, not all the other guys. Okay, so you're going to tell her all the good things. Oh, you know what? I love spending time with my family. Okay, perhaps for business, I love spending time with my family. And I love running. Perhaps if they're a runner, boom, now you can talk about running. Whatever the case is, right? And then you're going to talk about your work ethic and yada, 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 right? You name it, right? You're selling who you are as a human being. Okay, so we're having a bit of conversation. Right? We're talking with them. Super chill, because we're just getting to know them. We just want to know who we're talking to. Okay? So we're going to talk to them. We're going to get to know them. And after a bit of time goes on, after they know us, we feel like they're their friend. I know it might seem hard. It'll be super easy, okay? Because given the context of the situation, it'll be super easy. Once you get there, we're gonna say, listen, here's what I want to do for you, and you're simply gonna share with them what you want to do, okay? Because they kind of want to know what you're gonna do. Otherwise, they're gonna be like, what are you gonna do, right? So you're gonna tell them, here's what I want to do for you, and you're gonna tell them exactly what you're gonna do, okay? So let's say perhaps if you are doing ads, okay, you're gonna say, listen, I want to take care of your whole back-end marketing. I'm going to take care of all of it, okay? You could say, I've been studying this for the past 4 months, okay? And I have mentors, and I really know what I'm doing, but I'm just looking for somebody to give me the opportunity. So I'm looking to take care of your complete back-end marketing. And now listen, like I said before, I know I haven't done this before for anybody. I know I'm new. I know I'm young. I know that I technically don't have the most experience. I know I don't have case studies. I know I don't have all that. I'm admitting to that. I'm not trying to pretend somebody that I'm not. I'm admitting to that. But I can promise you that I'm the hardest working person that you are ever going to meet. And I promise that I will not stop at anything to get you those results, because guess what? Those results mean more to me than they do to you. Because it is my chance to finally prove myself right, prove my parents wrong, that I can actually do this, prove my friends wrong, right? Show everybody that I'm capable of doing what I said I can do, okay? And it's my chance to finally make a name for myself and step foot in the industry and start building something that I look to scale in the future, okay? And so all I'm looking for is somebody to give me a chance to prove myself, okay? And if you go off the back of doing this on your sales calls, okay, rather said like introductory chat or whatever you want to call it, or coffee time, okay? Well, I don't care, okay? I promise, as a beginner, you will see so much more success than using the Jeremy Lee Minor NEPQ framework. Now, don't get me wrong, Jeremy Lee Minor is the absolute sales goat, undeniable. However, when you are a complete beginner, you don't know a single thing about sales, you don't know anything about anything you're talking about, frankly, asking them, okay, questions to, poke the bear is what you're doing. You're poking the bear, right? Because to them, this is how they see you. They quite literally see you as you are. They see you as a little kid who doesn't know much. And they're up here. Okay? They've been in business for 20 plus years and you just started your business. So you asking them their problems sounds stupid, right? It's like if a fat little 10-year-old came up to you at the gym and said, "You're doing bicep curls wrong." It's like, what the fuck do you know? 1, you're fat. 2, you're so much younger than me, right? So you're not going to listen to him. Okay, you're not going to listen to this kid, right? Because why would you listen to him? You've been in the gym for the last 7 years. He's fat and he's younger and he doesn't go to the gym. Why would you listen to him, right? Same way that if you start asking your prospects, so tell me, what would your life look like if you didn't do this? Oh, okay. So, Mr. Prospect, how would you feel if you didn't get these leads? They're looking at you like, what the fuck is this kid talking about? I'm serious. That is how these prospects look at you, okay? Whereas if you come across as, listen, look, here's who I am. I don't know shit. I'm owning up to that, but I am so hardworking, blah, 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 all the stuff we just talked about. The difference of how much less pressure you will have, how much less pressure they will feel, okay, and your closing rate will skyrocket as a beginner. Okay, when you get better, when you get case studies, when you get testimonials, when you get proof of concept, all this stuff, then start learning the NEPQ framework from Jeremy Lee Minor. Then start learning sales tactics, yada, 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 you name it, okay? Start learning all that by all means. As a complete beginner, do not do any of that stuff. Do exactly what I just said, and I promise, okay, you guys can text me back whenever, DM me all you want. You will see so much more success in your sales calls. And not only that, they will be so much less stressful for you and also for your client. Because they're going to be like, oh my God, finally, a sales call where I'm not being sold to. Okay? The change of pace is going to be incredible. So, to wrap it up, the framework. I don't even like the framework. Just go in there and talk to them. Okay? Wyatt, somebody that joined the First Client Challenge and went under Alex's wing, signed his first client in under 24 hours. And then I think he booked his first meeting in 8 hours, and I think he signed 3 clients in the next 24 to 48 hours. And you want to know what his first sales call was like? It was him talking with the guy about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That was his niche, and he's also in BJJ, and so was the person he's talking to, because that's his niche. They literally talked about BJJ 90% of the time. The last 10% was him just saying what he wants to do for them. Imagine how easy that call would be. Just talking about things they both like. Okay? So he literally said it felt like chatting to an old friend. Okay? Like, have you ever went out somewhere and you start talking with someone and you realize you guys all like the same things and you get along super well? If you pick a niche you resonate with and you jump on the sales call, I hate that term. It should be just like that. So for all you beginners, this is the exact framework that you want to use to see so much more success. Okay? Because yes, Serge Guattari is great. Yes, Joel Kaplan is great. Yes, Alex Shimozy is great. Yes, Jeremy Lee Miner is great. Yes, Jason Capital is great. Yes, Luke Belmar is great. You could go on and on and on about all these gurus. Yes, Charlie Morgan is great. But their videos are not catered to the absolute 13-year-old SMMA beginner who just started this thing, doesn't know a single thing about what he's doing, and is about to hop on his first sales call. So I'm telling you, this is how you should hop on sales calls as a beginner. And don't take my word for it. You go look at the results in the first client challenge. Hundreds of people have used this exact framework to sign their first client without knowing a single damn thing. Okay? So, use that framework. Not only will your life be so much easier, it'll be less stressful, and your clients will love you so much more. Okay? So, to recap this whole thing, make them laugh in the first 10 seconds of the call. Get to know them and actually get to know them. Not just, what do you like to do? But like genuinely have curiosity for your clients. Or for your prospects, I should say. Okay, so really try and get to know them. Then, get them to know you. And you get them to know you by really selling yourself. Tell your whole entire life story. Okay? Tell how you grew up. Where you went to school. Why you started business. Okay? Tell them whatever you want to tell them. Okay? Tell them your whole life story. But don't take up too long, okay? Because then they might hate you, right? Tell them your life story. Condense it, share some cool pictures, make them laugh, yada, yada, yada. Get them to relate to you. And then after that, share your character traits and share what you want to do for them. Listen, my goal is to feed you some leads, right? Whatever you're doing, if you're doing ads, right? My goal is to feed you leads. I'm not guaranteeing them to you because I can't, right? And I'm a very honest person, right? So I can't guarantee you the leads. But what I can guarantee you is, and then the stuff we talked about, how hardworking you are, yada, 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 okay? And then basically you'd end the call off by saying, do you want to give me a shot? Okay? And listen. Yes, you are positioning yourself way down here. But that's because you are. Like the analogy I like to give is, if you hop on the sales call as a 13-year-old complete beginner and try and ask them all these questions, yada, 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 you know what you sound like? And you know what you seem like? You seem like the guy, okay, wearing a suit, working at McDonald's. You look like a fucking clown. Right? Who the fuck wears a suit when they work at McDonald's? Doesn't make any sense, right? You're trying to be an authority figure in a place where you have no authority. Okay? So, you are coming across as low authority, but that's because you are. And we have to own up to that. We have to accept the fact that, hey, listen, these people reaching out to have been in business for years and know so much more than us and are wiser than us and are older than us and blah, 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 blah. Right? And they know that. And we should know that too. And so we shouldn't try and shift the dynamic of being a 13-year-old kid telling these people what to do. Hey, do this. It should be, can I do this for you? Okay? Use this. But use it at your own will. Because if you do this, I can promise. I literally can promise you, because it's worked for so many people. Right? The results speak for themselves, that it will work. Okay? So, that's how you take sales calls as a beginner. Yo, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, DM me the GOAT emoji on Discord, and I'll personally help you with your sales calls so you can get better. But listen, take this advice and use it, because I promise you it works. Okay? And if you learned something, feel free to subscribe.